Boom.
Well, good evening, Richie, Mark, Mike, and Zaxon. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing in chat tonight? Glad to see you.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm good.
Mark, you good?
Yeah, so far so good.
What about you, Michael?
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, you
Oh,
feel better, Mike. You got
Hi,
program.
Josh. Whatnot, Jay Paul, Steven, Brian, Wrench. We got Amanda, Georgianne, Yodi, Jay Paul, Marty V, Mystic. Hello, Gopher Bill, Brian, Steven. Great. Thank you for being here tonight. Rob will be later. Rob's actually went to trivia tonight. Hi, Mr. Tully. Hi, Moon. So, gets here. We'll do some giveaways. Next week, I'll be doing membership race giveaway. So,
Nice. What do you got planned for next week? One of the brain rots again?
those and a pinpointer.
Nice.
So, and tonight we'll be doing brain rot tonight. The little ones. Next week it'll be a big one. So I got the little ones are keychain. The big ones are just the action figures. So, we've got plenty of stuff. Mike Shiles, hello.
Steven, Bob, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Danny, what are you doing? Get up here. I don't know how many people we. Hi, Wendy. Now, if I remember right, we can have 10 people up here on Charlie's plan, can't we, Saxon?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're on Charlie's plan. Let's go for it.
It don't hurt, man. The
John-
only people who can do anything to affect it are me, Bill, Rob, and Charlie. Everyone else is just a guest on panel, and the hours are unlimited. So as long as the plan doesn't have a problem with admins streaming it to their channels, use it up. They charge them enough.
Oh, I know.
It's
That's why a
nuts.
lot of people dropped because it doubled in price. It used to be $20 a month, and then it
Nice
dropped. Then it went to 40. Can you imagine $40 a month for that?
Yeah.
Hi, Anna.
I think some of the plans are up to 70.
Yeah, 40 is the minimum now for a paid. Like,
That's all right if you get enough members where you're making a little bit of money, but
Yeah, I'm surprised they let us keep the free one. But hi, Jeff. Hi, John. So,
Yeah.
well, I got all my prizes sent out except for one I gave away in High Ho Silvers because the person hasn't contacted me. Hi, Seven. I got to get a hold of that person. Everybody else's stuff has gone out, so Scott will be. Georgianne got hers.
Dan said he's not feeling up to coming online.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Hope you feel better. Said Rob's at trivia. He'll be here afterwards. Then we can needle him about the route.
Or call in anyway, Dan. If we can't laugh with you, at least maybe we can possibly laugh at you or
Hi,
something.
Matt.
We're just here for a
Hi,
laugh.
Lucinda.
Hey, Lucinda. Hey, Tom. Georgianne.
Jim, I didn't see you in
Ah,
Grandma Kelly's this morning. That's kind of, thank you, Tomcat Josh.
Hello, Tomcat.
So, yeah, let me get in here. Oh, it's the right one. I think this is the right one. Open up.
heck. All right, well, thank you. You got another super chat, Bill.
Thank you, Colonel. Dang. Probably don't need to turn this on. I'm going to go solo here for a minute. Why is it not showing me solo? That's kind of strange.
Well, you click on the
Hey,
single.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Solo now.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't need to change everything else. Just do that.
So the pinpointer I'll be giving away next week.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Mandy. You know what's Cal?
Along with, oh, I got one of these guys. I got the full size brain rot ones. Be giving away one of those things next week. And tonight, just for everybody in the chat, we got the keychain ones.
Very nice.
Hi, Carrie.
Yeah, Mandy, not going out tonight.
Thank you, Carrie. Now, how do I get out of? Oh, yeah, that's right.
You
Thank
click
you.
on that picture again.
Yeah, I forgot they changed it. So I want to thank you all, everybody, for being. Oh, we got 39 people in the house. Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Georgianne.
Mike,
I'm really glad that Mike's hand was up there where we could see it when he was shaking that inhaler. Because if that was a little bit lower, that would have been really
oh,
bad.
good.
He'd have been robot arm guy all over again. Jesus, that thing owe you money.
He's Mr. Joke Officer.
Was it the shake weight?
I don't know what it was, Richie. I just saw his hand flying up and down, back and forth. And I was like, okay.
The thing was with
Wasn't that a big joke though? Women would work out to the shake weight. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna impersonate it, but
No, I have to shake this 10 times so I can like get it accurate.
Yep. Mike, that was like 400 times that you were doing that. That wasn't 10 times.
if it owed you money, you got it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ew.
You been out detecting, Bill?
No, John's working, and I got no permissions of my own anymore. Thank you, Mandy. So until he does, or I get to Florida, I'm not doing anything unless I can find a permission close by.
Oh, Stephen.
Interesting. I was
So-
pretty busy today.
If he's moved to Florida, who takes over? Is it Mark or still Bill
For what?
for the show?
Well, it's just Bill shooting, no matter what
I'm just
country.
going to move to a different place. I'll still be doing the show, Michael.
Oh, okay.
He's just, yeah.
he could move to Siberia and still do the show.
The only thing that's really going to change is Bill's background.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, find the guy.
Last time Bill moved, he moved from one house to another house and got the identical shaped room.
Yeah.
I was like, thought you said you were moved. Well, I did. It's just up the street, their track home. So I actually got the same room.
Hey, Josh, nice. Hey, Angie, what's up, Rick?
Hi, Angie and Rick, Georgianne, Neil.
Oh. Yep, I can't wait to get to Florida, hit them beaches and the parks. What I love, I believe me, is there, I NorCal, you can detect 24/7.
Oh, really?
Go out at night when it's cool. Robicinnia, almost everywhere. The parks are open at night. A lot of the places on the weekends, the schools are considered parks, so you can go hunt them. But, oh yeah, I can't wait for this. No.
Sounds like a place where they allow a lot of freedom to metal detect.
Yeah, they, public ground there is open unless otherwise, they'll have a sign posted saying you can't.
Nice, Mandy. Mandy's Candy just joined as a member. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Mandy.
Yeah, Florida's pretty good about providing freedoms that you feel like you should have anyway.
Hi, Don Rowe here. Well, like they said, they don't really have anything. There's only a few places that are considered, historically significant, and those are off limits. So
those are nighttime only.
I will. Matt.
I see. Do a random drawing of people answer correctly. If I'm, what are we talking about here? Some kind of contest or something?
No, her and 5 Mile have a side
Oh, I
conversation.
see. Yeah, something different. Okay. But yeah, Mystic, love Florida. I saw some guy put in chat, Florida stinks. I'm going, I don't know, I've been there. It ain't that bad. Better than Tennessee, believe me.
Pros and cons, no matter where you go.
That is true. But some places have more cons than they have pros. So.
Well, I'm sure rent's cheaper in Tennessee.
It used to be.
Oh, what, did us California people ruin that too?
Oh, not California. The governor here, he doubled property taxes and all kinds of stuff. So rent has gone way up. Buy a house has gone way up. So
Yeah, property taxes went up here this year too.
well, are you going to come in or are you going to stand there? Come on. Thank you.
Our property taxes are locked in. They're trying to float some 6 cent a mile tax for driving your car, though. That'll piss me off.
Oh, yeah. Also, it gets me, people always, this California tax. I go, what? It's only 1.5% property tax. Go to Jersey, 5%.
1.3 where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, they reassessed my house $62,000 more than what it was worth last year.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on the laws. My mom got in on Prop 30, so hers is locked to only be able to go up a certain percentage per year. But as far as reassessing the value on your house, I don't think they reassess your value on your home unless you do some sort of a remodel or anything. So
Well, they basically did everybody. Everybody in town's
Oh, you want it?
property values went up.
of course, yeah. I'm still, to the best of my knowledge, I'll have to look at it next time a statement comes. I'm still taxed on my purchase price.
Angie, anywhere there's a paper mill, it stinks. Believe me, I know.
We got paper mills up here. I used to work in one.
What do you mean? Is that like a warehouse or something where Walmart gets its paper?
No, it's where paper is actually made.
Paper's not made. It just is. What are they supposed to be able to make paper out of?
Paper is made out of fiber, wood fibers. You take wood and you break it down chemically into its fibers.
You know how long that would take? Branches are like an 1/8 inch at best. It would take 1,000,000 of those.
You put chemicals on it. You break it down fast.
It's a tree joke. You see, we don't have those things over here.
Yeah.
Half of the time, you're lucky to get a bush tall enough to stand behind.
Yeah. A lot of the paper mills have closed
Yeah.
over the years. Because paper, a lot of things we use for paper are like magazines. I used to work on a machine that made magazine paper, and there's not much magazine paper being made anymore.
I mean, I'm not subscribed to any magazines. What do I need a magazine for? I just go online.
Toilet paper, they're still in business.
For now.
You don't have an app for that yet.
You're at 445 NorCal. We're 429 at the cheap places right now.
It's $3.99 here.
It's nice to hear somebody in another state that has an almost identical gas price to me.
So does the states? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You're right, Matt. We do need to go back to paper glass, and that'll be much better. But that'll never happen. Too much money in plastic.
No, I thought he said $3.99 medical. You said $3.99, right, Richie?
Yeah, I meant $2.99. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, well then.
What are you paying out there, Jackson? About $5 a gallon?
$4.29.
$4.29. Yeah, but Nick, that's Canada. We understand. $6.50 a gallon.
We got some of the rain, Rob. I actually wound up working through it. Tomcat's $3.73 in Oregon.
So
Sweetie.
does,
I actually wouldn't have I wouldn't have a problem with the 6 cents a mile fuel tax they put on if they took off all the taxes at the pump, but we know they're not going to do that.
Does everybody have to pay taxes in the States?
If you buy gas, you do.
Gas has a federal tax on it of like 25 cents, and then every state is allowed to, and most do, have their own state tax put on it. Gas is so high in California because not only does it have the federal tax and a state tax of 60 cents, all the way down the supply chain
Jason.
taxed. It's actually weird because Arizona runs the same blend of gasoline that California has, but because the fuel is not destined for California, it's taxed less, and
Yes.
they import it out of state. So you
Yep.
can cross the Arizona line and you pay $1 less a gallon, and that's just due to the taxation all the way down the line. You know, they tax the refiner, they tax the loading operators, they tax the transporter, they tax the gas
Hi,
station.
Mighty Oaks.
That's where the gas the price comes in.
And that's what I love. They say we don't have the value added tax here, but when it comes to fuel, we do. Hi, Rick.
I
Well,
was
it doesn't matter what it is. I don't. If a piece of black licorice is going to save your life, and that's the only thing that's going to save your life, and the state knows it, that is going to be one expensive piece of licorice, probably hard to get too. You know,
Look at
they're going to tax whatever the people need.
I was wondering because here in Canada, I don't know if you guys have native Indians in the States. I don't know yet.
We do. Yeah.
But do they pay taxes?
Sometimes, if on their reservations, tax laws are different, but it's not like they carry around a card that says we're tax exempt. The natives only save money on taxes on their reservations. So you can go to a reservation in my state, maybe it's different other places, but in my state, you can go to a reservation and you can buy gas a whole lot cheaper. You can gamble on reservations in my state. It's gambling's legal on reservations, but it's not. But it's not. But it's not like they carry around a card everywhere that says they're just tax exempt. That's only on their reservations.
Here in Canada, they can do it everywhere. They can tell you, the person can say, I'm native Canadian. They're like, tax free. Does it matter?
Well, we took away all the lands and stuff years ago, and this is kind of the deal that they made with the government for all that.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the deal the Canadians made, you know, that's all. Now, you guys run a little bit different of a political system than ours, and a tax system and all that. You're more your ways are a little bit more British than ours. I mean, it's cool. I don't necessarily think I support it, but I'm not going to knock whatever they want to do. Yeah, I'm not going to knock it because if I get the chance to go on a reservation and buy expensive stuff without taxes, I will certainly be going.
Yeah.
I mean, I know one thing that they can go to college in Maine for free if they're Native American from Maine. That's one of the perks that they have.
Out here, as long as you're low income, there's federal grants. Pretty much federally, you can go to tax free. But out here, if you're lower income,
Hi,
you can
Julie.
get on grant programs and things like that. You're not really paying for college. The thing is, if you're going for one of the ridiculousness degrees, though, it's not going to pay you any more money in the long run. You have to have an actual degree in science or math or something that's going to pay the bills. But low income, you don't pay for college out here.
That's interesting.
You pay for good college, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go to one of the elite colleges, you're going to pay no matter who you are. But
Yeah, you go to state junior college and it's like, yeah, it's free. It's crap, but it's free.
the thing is, though, for as much as us Americans want to complain about taxes, you actually look up what a lot of other countries are taxed, the tax rates, American taxes are cheap, even when you add them all together. You're taxed every step of the process. It's ridiculous, but they're still cheap compared to Canada, Germany,
Europe.
anywhere that has a westernized style culture. Most places pay far higher taxes than us. I was talking with some German guys a few years ago, Air Force guys, and they came over and they just absolutely loved the state, because in Germany they couldn't even open their planes up. You know, by the time they opened their plane up, they were already at a border with another country. So Germany would actually have them or send them over here to train, because they can go up in their ultra fast planes and open them up over wide open territory. You know, they can fly as fast as they want. I was talking with them, they're all happy. They're like, the only thing that sucks is the taxes. What do you mean? He says, look, we're still getting German Air Force pay, so we make a lot more than your Air Force guys. They said, but we're still paying the German tax rate. We're in America, we should be paying the American tax rate. Why is it that bad? They said, if we were paying American tax rate, we would be all in. You know, but Germany was taking such a high tax rate from them, they were, you know, it made no difference. Get away. I mean, cars anywhere, even if you go to like Russia, you try to buy a Toyota, you try to buy a good car in Russia, holy crap, they're expensive. You know, the home prices aren't much different. Wages are usually quite a bit different, but insurance is
Insurance is just a scam. I mean, insurance really.
Insurance scams me out of a lot of money a year, bastards.
Yeah.
I carry a bunch of different insurance, but bastards. Just car insurance gets me.
The cars are 30% higher in Mexico. That's like I was chatting with Marty. You know, you guys saw the Dream Team. He showed a 2019 Dodge van. You know, no guarantee on it. Off a lot, $18,000 with a hell of a lot of miles on it. And Dodge Caravans are pretty cheap vehicles, actually. So,
18,000 Canadian or US?
Canadian.
That would only make it about 11,000 our money.
Yeah, but you can usually get them for 7 or 8. At least that's what they go for around here for the same year and lot less mileage. So
Nice, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Johnny. That sounds like Japan. In Japan, I don't know if they still do it, but we used to. The smog law in Japan is because they don't put smog on their stuff. Your car hits 30,000 miles, you got to pay a smog fee that's almost the cost of the car originally. So what they do is they could just get rid of the car and go buy a new one. What they would do is they'd take the engines out and sell them over here, and we'd pick them up for like $250. Well, the problem with that was,
go ahead.
You'd go to put them in, and none of the smog would mold onto it because it wasn't set up for it. So you had to take parts off the American engine that were pretty much not in that great a shape to get the thing to pass smog, but they had a newer engine. So,
well, it gets even worse. I was talking with one guy. He was saying, look, if you knew you couldn't keep your car past 30,000 miles, he says, are you really going to change the oil? No.
Nope.
Are you going to drive the engine nice? No. So you get these low miles used Japanese engines, and they were just clapped out, beat up engines. You're like, wow. Some were good, obviously. But,
yeah, a lot of them were good. Yeah, you would get the bad ones, but a lot of them were still good. And I mean, we'd be solving the people that they had no other choice because they couldn't afford a rebuild or an American bought engine. So they got it.
I did an engine on a Nissan Altima 6-cylinder, and we bought one of those low miles used Japanese engines, you know, that low cost or whatever. And we decided to upgrade the timing chains because that's what goes bad on them. We decided to redo the timing chains with all new stuff. I opened up the timing cover on it. This low miles used Japanese engine already had the American timing chain updates installed. It wasn't even a low miles used engine. It was one from the US that they took out of a junkyard and washed real good because the factory original parts didn't go bad till 100,000 miles. Freaking scammers.
Yeah, I like this. So it costs more in Mexico, but insurance and mechanics are cheaper. So actually, it equals out. I mean, from what I understand, in Canada, the price of mechanics and the insurance is freaking ridiculous. So are the cars. So they really get screwed.
Yeah, Dick, in SoCal, it's just like owning a plane. You get a luxury tax for owning a plane. You'll in the U.S. or at least California, I'm sure it's everywhere, but in California, you get a luxury tax if you own ultra high value items like a plane. I'm told
Ski-Doos.
I'm told if you Ski-Doos, you got to register them now.
Yeah, I know. Plus, they're a luxury item. So
I'm told if you have like a $250,000 watch, they might actually luxury tax you on the watch.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, I worked at a shop. Their main thing was VWs and Porsches. Now, at the time, this was back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, if the VW Bug, if you bought the cylinders from Germany through the U.S., they were like $30 a cylinder with a piston and rings. Well, back in the 70s, that was a lot of money. But we could get the same thing that was cast in Mexico, they were really crappy, but it was only $8 a cylinder. So times 4, that's quite a bit of money. So we buy the Mexican ones, rebuild the VW motor, and send them on their way.
Yeah, 5 Mile says, what's the point in paying $75 for a damn sticker every 2 years? The cheapest you can get a sticker for in California is $150 per year. That is the cheapest. I own 4 cars.
Yeah, 5 Mile.
That are all
California, I had a Dodge Durango that was $198 a year. The vehicle was 20 years old and had 150,000 miles on it. And that's what it cost me, $198. And that dropped down because I was disabled. Before that, it was $258.
Well, I drive a 21-year-old pickup truck. It's got 148,000 miles on it. It's almost $200 a year to register.
Yeah. Now Arizona, I know it's got to be changed. When I lived there for a short while, it was $25 a year or $25 every 2 years for a tag for your car. An RV was $45 every 2 years.
Yeah, there's still a few states that are super cheap.
Yeah.
Montana, South Dakota, things like that. You can register. It's so cheap. It's like I don't even think they make enough money to pay for the employees to take the money. Obviously they do, but yeah, it's nuts. I got several low value vehicles and a couple of higher value vehicles, and registration.
49 people in the house. Thank you. Yeah, it's and the thing that irks me is the smog deal, because that's always been a scam. I'm sorry. It's like we imported the what's that little German car, the smart car? It's 40 miles to the gallon. In Germany, they get 80 miles to the gallon. They don't have any smog crap on them. So.
California smog laws probably paid for my house, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you got a check engine light, huh? Bring it here.
I'll never forget when they first started implementing smog laws and I had to have my pickup smog. I knew it wasn't going to pass, but I forgot about the hole in the exhaust just before the muffler. So when the guy shoved the sniffer up there and he turns it on, you could see smoke pouring out in front of the truck. He goes, "You're fine." Sign me off.
Yeah, it's
$8 per year, but license tax is entirely different.
it's all in what the technician wants, or on the older cars, what the technician would let it get away with.
I had a Chevy pickup that had the wrong carburetor on it, so I can't remember.
What's the carburetor?
Choke linkage was wrong for the year. So one guy always passed me on the smog, but he was closed one day. So I went to this other guy, and he looks down and he goes, "I can't do anything. You got the wrong linkage there." Son of a bitch. This guy knows. So I went home, dug through all my stuff, found the right linkage, knew it wouldn't work, but when I took it back and he looked down and saw that it was installed, he was fine with it, signed me off. That's all he wanted.
I've got a one of my off-road trucks has illegal headers on it, so it moves the oxygen sensor to an undesirable location,
Oh, you
or,
should.
or it moves the oxygen sensor, which isn't approved. Even though the damn thing runs clean as can be, they have to be removed so it can be smogged every year.
Yeah,
On the machine, you put it on the machine. The numbers are as clean as you could ask for something of that year, but they're illegal headers.
Yep. That's like I was looking to buy a truck one year and I didn't know what I wanted to get, a flatbed or a 4-wheel drive pickup. This guy had a beautiful 78 Ford pickup there in California, but it had a one-off model smog canister on it that had a crack in it. And that was the only year and model that took that charcoal canister. And they know right away. I mean, stood out like a sore thumb right in the front corner of the under the hood. And the guy said, he goes, I only found one used piece and it's $300, no guarantee that it'll work. And you could eat off this truck, he goes, because it won't pass smog without that canister. And he goes, if the canister's no good, they'll know as soon as they run the smog test on it. And he's trying to sell it and he couldn't. Nobody wanted it. I mean, I looked at it and went, yeah. I mean, now it'd be okay because it was a 78, so it passed the time. But at the time, it's smog.
You still got a smog 78.
They reversed the law because I know in Northern California, after so many years, you don't have to smog them anymore.
They capped it at 75.
Oh,
So 75 and newer will always require smog.
okay. But now that in your area, because I do know it's like in Nevada County, we only had to smog our vehicles every 2 years. Sacramento County, every year.
It's every
So
two. A diesel is every year after 2 years. A gas engine is every 2 years after whatever its predetermined time was to smog. So if you have a regular emissions one, it's after 6 years. If you have a
like I said, that goes by county though too, because in Sacramento County you have to have them smogged every year. Still to this day.
They tried that up here in a few counties back in the 90s, and they all gave up. And
Hi, Nathan.
now there's no emissions test at all up here in Maine.
Pat, I would change the fuel filters and check it for a vacuum leak.
Yeah,
Sure.
what's worse, Nathan, is Washoe County, Nevada. In Washoe County, Nevada, Reno, you have to have a Model T smogged. Everything gets smogged.
How about a Stanley steamer?
I was just thinking of it.
Motorcycle. If you got an old 60-something Yamaha 50cc motorcycle, you got to take it in and get it smogged. Because what happens, they live in that basin, and all the air blows the smog in, so they try to keep everything as clean as possible.
Well, if they have to have a Tesla smog, then you know they've gone too far.
No, what I really hated though is, okay, when you go to say you ride a motorcycle, and like in the state of California, it used to be one mirror, didn't need a front fender. But in Nevada, you need everything, and they don't care whether your vehicle's registered in their state or not. It must meet their standards in that state. So I'm riding my motorcycle through Nevada, and I get pulled over, and I get it for only having one mirror and no front fender. So I actually had to put a mirror on it, a front fender, get it written off, go back home, over the line, take the crap off.
They only pull you over for that kind of crap if they're trying to mess with you out here.
Yeah.
They generally they don't want to deal with you.
No.
So if you look like you need to be messed with for some reason, they'll use that as an excuse. But
No, but in Nevada, they were pulling everybody up. I mean, this is the state of Nevada. They just screwed you up north anyways in Nevada.
Some of the motorcycles are so loud, though. It's amazing they actually get away with that.
Oh, they love loud motorcycles and trucks, 4-wheel drive trucks here in Tennessee, believe me. Got a guy down the street with an older Dodge Ram. He didn't put a different muffler on it. It's got a hole in it, but he thinks it sounds great.
yeah,
No, actually, Matt, China's cleaning up their act over there. They actually They actually build smog generators that burn the carbon out of the air.
Yeah, they're trying to save face on some of that stuff, but at the same time, you know, here's an interesting channel to look at if you guys are bored. The channel is called China Fakes Everything. And
Yeah.
he starts showing you some of the fake stuff that they do. So they say they're cleaning up. They pretend they're cleaning up.
No, in the cities they are, but they don't show you what's going on out in the country. I can't remember the guy's name. He's an American. He's back in the States now, but he married a Chinese woman. And they lived over there for like 10 years, and he showed all the stuff they were pulling. And
A
that's
couple
like
of years ago, when they had the Olympics, they shut down all the factories and stuff, and so the smog would clear.
Yeah, they shut them down for a week or two so that the air would clean up for the event, and then brought them back online. That's
No, like, this is
smoke and mirrors. China is very good at.
This is an Android, so it doesn't have it. But your iPhones have 3 metals in them to give you like the better blue colors and all that on an iPhone. And there's only one place you can mine. They're heavy metals too. They're dangerous. Only one place in the world has it. It's China. So that's why you can take a beat up Apple iPhone and get $200 for it because they want to get the metals out of it. But they're showing this place, and it's just a big open pit mine. And the guy's talking. This is an American. I know they pulled the video by now, but he's going, yeah, he goes, they're getting this for these metals for the iPhones. And he goes, that waste pile over there is radioactive. And all these guys are working in it without any protection. So he goes, the average worker at that mine pit doesn't really live that long just to make a buck. And these
Another
guys,
reason not to buy an Apple.
no, but these guys do it to support their families because it's better money than anywhere else because, you know, they pay them higher because they know they're going to die. But it's like, oh, great. And then they got this big pile of radioactive waste sitting there on the ground.
Well, it depends on how bad it is, but yeah, I like this one channel called Radioactive Drew. He goes around and tests radioactive things, and goes in radioactive mines and stuff like that. One of the most dangerous things he can get his hands on to show you, or in one of his videos, are the old uranium plates, particularly the orange ones. And this dude knows all the numbers. He knows what's safe. He knows what's not, and he knows for how long. But the orange uranium plates, he filled his old dining room table with his collection of them, and he says, and he shows the numbers. He says, I'm not even really comfortable sitting here with all this stuff. He says, I'm safe, but not by much. Yeah, uranium glass.
Uranium glass, yeah.
Yeah, he does a really interesting channel. Though I didn't realize it. You can go walk around on the ground zero of the Trinity test site. Of the radioactive Trinity test site, it's safe. Twice a year they open it up for the general public to go walk around fall and spring, and the numbers are safe. And the reasoning is why a nuclear bomb is why there's so much less radiation than a nuclear bomb than like a nuclear plant exploding or a piece of medical equipment or something like that, is because the vast majority of the radioactivity is burned up in the explosion. That's why Hiroshima and Nagasaki are populated. It's not that radioactive compared to some of the worst radioactive, not worst, but the most prolific radioactive incidents in all countries' histories aren't nuclear power plants. They're medical test devices, X-ray machines, dental X-ray machines. And it usually happens because somebody scraps them. I was watching one show. There was some type of radioactive healthcare machine. I have no clue what it is. There was some type of machine. This hospital in Mexico bought it illegally through the black market or whatever. So they get this thing, then they can't get anybody who's licensed to come and run it because anybody who's licensed isn't going to tie themselves to a black market machine. The machine's not legal to be used. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not legal to be used. So it sits in this hospital's basement for 5 or 10 years or something like that. And then finally one day a manager tells a maintenance man, he's like, get rid of this thing, let's scrap this out. It's never going to be used or whatever. So this dude takes it home or scraps it out there, whatever he does, scraps out this piece of of medical equipment. And he's fine until he gets to the little nuclear head thing, the little radioactive head thing. So he breaks this thing apart. He's exposed himself. He's sick now, or he's going to be sick. Throws it in the back of his truck. His truck breaks down on the way to the scrapyard. Don't know if it's due to radioactivity or what, but his truck breaks down, and gets the neighborhood sick. Things like that. They wind up scrapping this thing out. They just wind up following it, and they follow it down to it. Finally makes it to a scrapyard. Scrapyard sells this load of scrap to 4 companies. The companies make various things out of it. The reason they caught this entire incident from happening, one of the companies made rebar with some of the stuff. And, it's mixed in with tons of other metal. One of the companies made rebar. And the driver brought the rebar into the U.S. to be used in construction. He accidentally turned on to a military base that had nuclear capabilities. So there was a nuclear detector, a radioactivity detector at the exit. When he U-turned to leave, he set off the detector, which set off this whole investigation to figure out all this stuff. So this stuff was made into rebar. There were new buildings that were torn down. There were buildings being built that were torn down because of it. There's still buildings with it in it, and it was an interesting thing. It was like rebar, lamps, which they lost all track of. These lamps are out there. Porch furniture. It was like your wrought iron porch furniture. They lost some percentage of that. You get some interesting shows. Yeah, SWPA.
Jim Steele.
For as much as anyone can hate California, there's just as much good to go with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Bart, if you want a Geiger counter, go with a Radco.
Actually, with the right chip in your phone, you can make a scanner. I forget, mine doesn't have it. I checked it, so. But they say the right chip in your Android or iPhone, you can download an app for that.
Yeah, a decent radiation detector starts at about 200, 230. There's several different ones, but check out the stuff Radioactive Drew has.
That reminds me of a PET scan where they inject you with radioactive liquid, and they get themselves shielded in all this lead. There you are being injected with this stuff.
Yeah, I personally find the subject interesting. I'm a fan of the subject, but he talks about the alphas and the betas and the gammas, and some will make you real sick, and some are going to be burned off in a day, and some are going to take thousands of years. And he explains it really good. How many Geigers are in a jelly donut? Are you eating, Bill?
What?
Camera eaters. Hey, camera eaters. Lots of them do, Nick. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think is radioactive that is.
Oh,
it's just
your old analog watches with luminescent dials. There was a guy in California, I can't remember where he lived, but he went into his doctor and he had radiation poisoning. They couldn't figure out why. Had 4,000 frickin' watches under his bed. All had luminescent dials.
Well, the Google search or YouTube search the video of the Radium girls. The girls that were making those watches.
Yeah.
The best way to get a fine point on their paintbrush was to lick it.
Yep.
And they didn't know no better, and apparently they didn't have common sense for stuff that glows is commonly bad. But they didn't know no better back in those years, early 1900s. So they were licking this radioactive paint.
They'll dry junk. Yep.
Jaws falling off, everybody getting sick. It's horrible. At the end of the day, just embrace it. We still got the longest lifespan of everybody on the planet.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Well, when I do MRI, I have to get the box that connects to the machine, and it hurts like hell.
If it's 20s, Nick, you know they're radioactive. If it's 50s, they might have had a replacement by then. I've seen some of those shows, Scott. I like watching those kinds of shows. Pretty sure I've seen that channel. But yeah, there's tons of interesting channels for that kind of stuff. It's neat to actually watch this guy who's testing and tells you legal limits. He's been in the San Onofre plant twice. He goes to different places, makes good videos. He was up in, I don't know, Utah, going to some of the uranium mines or whatever. And he goes, there's one, the air is radioactive somehow or another. And what they figured out when they were mining this stuff, the mine turned out to be not profitable, but the guys working in it breathed really good, or it really helps with their treatment or something like that. So they made it a comfort mine. You can go in, pay, obviously, and you go down in the bottom of the mine and you can sit in a chair and hang out, and the level of radiation that it has helps with some particular ailments. I don't know what, but it makes them breathe better, things like that.
Probably
People
tuberculosis. Tuberculosis, maybe?
I don't know. Let me look. They pipe some of this air up to the surface. If you don't want to go down into the mine, they got another room inside of the building. It's called the Mary Widow Health Mine. It's in Montana. And it's radon in the air. It's a radon gas.
Well, that's weird because radon's supposed to be really bad for you.
People sit in it. People buy some of the radon water to take home. And there's, just like everything else, there's an ass for every seat. But they've been doing it for 100 years. They were running the business for 100 years. He just went down on one of those, and it was cool. And then he went on his way home or whatever. He stopped in just some random mine that I would find myself in and happily explore, not knowing any better. And he shows the levels, and it's like, holy crap! You probably shouldn't be allowed to get in that one. Mary Widow Condom Tin Mine. Yeah, Mary Widow. It said they exploit the health effects of the radon gas that's in the mine. They got radon water, radon gas, radon air piped up to other rooms.
Because I know
that stuff in them, Nick. That's for sure.
I know in Northern California they'd had some houses where the ground was emitting radon, and you couldn't sell the house.
Yeah, they got tests up here in Maine where they'll test your well or your cellar for radon.
Yeah. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Fix your mic, Rob.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, Richie. Hi, Zach. Hi, Bill.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Rob.
All right, is that better?
I can work with that.
I'm just talking about the benefits of radon, Rob. If you had anything to add.
Hi, Stephen. Mighty
doing,
Oak
Rob?
Stories. There's a new channel. Good evening.
That's
Well,
Mary.
Robert,
Hi, Mary.
at the risk of being called Captain Obvious, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you don't appear to be too chipper this evening.
I got really cold at trivia. The restaurant's always cold, but I usually get chilly there, but I got really, really cold tonight. So I've got my blankie. I got my whoopee on right below me over my knees here.
Are we gonna get to see the furry
Yeah,
the
thank
furry
you for
shoal
being
tonight?
here.
You
Are we
may
gonna
you may get to see the furry shoal tonight.
Did it get below 90 in Florida? Is that why it's cold? Or?
Well, that and they've got me on like on an anticoagulant blood thinner injection to make sure I don't get any
Hi,
blood
Jerry.
clots from the surgery.
Hey, Rob,
So
Rob, you remember Mary, the storyteller and artist from England?
Yeah.
is that who that is?
That's who that is. Mighty Oaks. She just changed the name of her channel.
Well, good evening. That's awesome. Oh my God, the old gray brick phones. The first one of them I saw was supervisors at the police department had those.
Yeah, the ones that your friends hated you to use because it charged them.
Yeah, only supervisors got to carry a
That's
phone
cool,
back
Nick.
in the. I guess it was the late '80s. It wasn't. I didn't have a cell phone till I was probably 26, 27.
Wait a minute, that would have been the 80s.
Yeah, late '80s. I didn't get a cell phone. Maybe early '90s.
Well, what got me, because I worked at a place we had the radio car phones. They were cheaper than the cell phone. Same thing, basically.
No, my
Good.
first cell phone was $25. 25 cents a minute. So you didn't call anybody unless it was really important.
Well, like I said, the very first ones, the big brick ones, Rob, they charged you and they charged the person you called 25 cents a minute. So everybody told me, don't freaking call me.
Yeah. I didn't get my first cell phone till the early 2000s.
I'm with,
Wow,
I'm
no,
with you.
I was pretty sure I was in the '90s.
Yeah, it does, Nathan.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Colonel William, Gregory, Tom K.
Well,
I
I
never
like,
used one of those phones, but dog. By the time I got into cell phones, they were making them as small as possible, and then they started going bigger again.
I had the little black one that just had a little pull-up antenna. I can't remember. Was that a Motorola or whatever? I can't remember, but. Well,
BlackBerry?
I don't mean to say I'm old, but I did all my college papers on a typewriter. Okay.
What's a typewriter?
Ouch.
I know that was cold, Mike, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I'm trying to learn here.
I know what a typewriter is.
That's awesome, Mighty Oak Stories. Well, it's good to see you.
I know. I know.
Good
Rob
evening.
gets
It's
that,
been a
but-
while since I've seen that channel name too.
Bill, did you learn how to do math on an abacus?
Nathan, good evening, Nathan.
yes, I did.
Yep, absolutely, Amanda.
And yet I know people with abacuses today could beat you using your calculator on your cell phone. So
I've seen those videos, guys, Bill, where those guys working Abacus and
Yeah.
they could beat people doing math.
yep.
I've seen.
Yep. Maddie says I used to use my mom's typewriter. Absolutely. I Oh, a chocolate bar would sound really good right now, Nick. The old
You're right.
track,
They
the old
didn't.
track phones, that's right.
They didn't. I had one, and I was going down over the summit between California and Reno. And if people don't have never been there, that's like 7,000 feet at the bottom of the gully. And I never dropped a beat. My friends just asked me where he calling from because he was in below Sacramento and Stockton. They go, I dropped down into the basin up there off 80. He goes, there's no freaking way. You can't make a call from there. I'm going, that's where I'm calling you from. So
I saw a video the other day. There's some like free climb rock climber guy, and he's up on a crest of a hill, and his phone works his way out of his pocket, and it's like an 80-degree rock wall or whatever, falls down 50 feet or whatever. He can see it on a ledge. He goes down and gets it. All free climbing, no rope whatsoever.
Yeah,
No, and you're-
those free climber guys are just flat out crazy.
hey, I used to climb trees.
Hey, Bill, I love the thumbnail, Bill. I just absolutely love the thumbnail, Bill.
I know.
That may be my favorite. That may be my favorite one that Nick's done.
I know. It's great. Has Charlie seen it yet?
I thought he did. I thought we showed it off. Maybe I thought we did.
Yeah, Nick sent that to all of us.
Yeah. Okay.
My cellular phone, if I'm calling home or calling a friend or something, it says emergency calls only.
Well, that's what happens. You don't pay your bill, Mike.
Yeah. Pay your bill. That's what it is. You can make emergency calls if you haven't paid your bill, but if you haven't paid it, you can't make a call. But they
Or
will
it's
allow you to make an emergency call.
Or it's bad service areas.
Oh, okay.
It depends on where you are. If it says that all the time, then there's a bill problem. You need to call them, or your
Yeah.
account's limited.
You need to pay your bill.
Good evening, David Alfonsetti.
Oh yeah, send me that, Nick.
Hey,
Please.
David.
Take the prison one.
I'm not the one that bought the phone. It was my mom.
Well, tell your mom to pay the bill.
I get
Do it
service.
nicely, though.
I got
definitely do it
areas
nicely.
I get no servicing.
Yeah.
And as emergency calls only.
Hey guys, leave a comment so I can get everybody in for a race.
All right. Rob's kind of out of it this week, so I'm going to say they got 8. And it wouldn't have mattered what he said because he couldn't have got their last one right.
Well, there was 12 teams.
He got
Fine.
first place.
Oh no, we definitely didn't get first place tonight.
I'm wishing.
You were 14th out of 12.
Yeah, we were 14th out of
14 out of 12.
we
Second place.
we finished 7th out of 12, and we didn't have that bad of a score. We had a 106. Usually, like in the 120s would be a good score, but the first place team, I mean, they didn't hardly miss anything. The first place team had 131. So Rob's so old he remembers the time before Abby cussed. Oh, BC Treasure Trails. Good evening.
Halloween and Star Wars came out, Rob?
Mike William E says, "Is that a green screen background?"
Good night, Mary. Thank you. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Mary. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Have a good night.
Oh,
Rob,
buddy,
how
yeah,
when
3
Star
a.m.
Wars came out?
Thanks for hanging out with us till 3 a.m.
Yeah. My back breaks metal detecting.
Evening, back. Hi, Miss Angie. Tom Kinger. Yeah, we're all here, Rob. Thanks, Tom. That helps me a lot.
Are you going to give us a trivia question?
Polly, you mean a cat stand?
The final bonus question tonight was 3 parts, true or false, about Mars, the planet Mars. Okay,
Oh, wow.
true or false? Does the planet Mars have 2 moons? True or false? Don't answer yet. Number 2, does the planet Mars have 2 polar ice caps? And number 3, was the planet Mars named after the candy bar from the candy company Mars
Nice.
and Candy Bar Mars? So
Yes, yes, no.
No, yes, no.
okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
Mike, yes, no. Zaxxon's no.
Oh, what was the first one?
Does Mars have 2 moons?
I'm going to say no, yes, no.
Yeah, I got the same as Richie.
Okay, Scott says yes, no. Mystic says yes, no. Captain says false, true, false. We put false, true, false. And it was does Mars have 2 moons? Yes, he does. So we missed that one, which took us out of the running for the prize right there. And yes, it has polar ice caps, which was the only one that I actually knew. And no, it was not named for the candy company. So it's yes, no, or true, false. Is that what you said, Mike?
Yep.
Yep, that's what he said.
Good deal, Mike. Congrats.
Way to
Yep.
go, Mike.
Mystic said the same thing. Good job, Mystic. If I add any more
See, I
silver
thought,
to Mystic's bag, I won't be able to pick it up.
I thought the first one was a trick question. I thought there was more than 2 moons.
Well, I know Jupiter's got like what 8 or 9 moons, but I couldn't remember how many moons Mars had.
Oh, Brad. 47 people watching.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Wow, 47! You guys rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
All right.
I'm going to back out. Bill,
Okay,
Yeah.
Richie. Thanks for being up
All
there.
right.
have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for hanging on till I got here, Richie. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Yep. Have a good night.
I think I'm gonna
Good
phone
night,
with Richie. I'm gonna take off myself, guys. I got work tomorrow.
Okay, Mark. Thanks for coming
Bye,
up.
Mark.
Oh, sure, Mark. Sure.
Rob, have a good night. Have a really good night, Rob.
Thanks, Mark.
Anyways, Rob, you see that I got into their membership race next week?
Yeah, we'll just add a couple names to that, Bill. I saw you had the pinpointer. I was
Yeah.
I was looking a little bit off stage.
Pioneer. Also, the same person will get one of the large Brain Rock tonight. We'll give away one or two of the little ones, the keychain.
All right, and I know I got a couple silvers laying around here.
But
Yeah, we have some silver laying around.
I got my back teeth floating, so I'll be back in a minute.
All right, I'll just sit here and get these names typed in.
Well, at least you went to trivia, Rob. You missed last week, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it was 6 days after my surgery, Zach. There, I wasn't even. Yeah, I was still in massive pain today. I will admit, guys, I'm fairly happy to say right now that the pain levels have gone down to a very manageable level. The only problem I'm having right now is just trying to get comfortable sleeping. But for like sitting here right now, I'm not too bad sitting here right now. Now, last night after Monday Digs, I sat in this chair for 3 hours and 48 minutes. That was a mistake. And actually, to be honest with you, I was at physical therapy today, PT today, and the guy saw that I was having trouble getting up out of the chair, and he also saw that I was flopping back in chairs as opposed to using my legs to like settle back down. So one of the main things the physical therapist did to me, he goes, "We're going to work on you getting up and out of the chair and into the chair." So he had me do a lot of stand-up exercises, only using the chair, not using the parallel bars to stand up. And then he made sure that I started bracing the chair behind me and lowering myself instead of flopping. And then he did a lot of exercises to hold my legs up, bring my legs out, hold them up, count. So he did a lot with me today. We did the bicycle machine for 8.5 minutes. He did heel exercises, toe exercises, and then for the first time today, he had me bringing my leg out to the side. So he's finally starting to work the hip because it wouldn't flex for 2 years. So he's working on that, and I've got no muscle. I've got no muscle tone there whatsoever.
No.
But guys, compared to where I was 12 days ago, I'm freaking ecstatic.
Good.
Good evening, Danny boy.
I'm going for a sleep apnea test.
Sleep apnea. Yeah, I have that, but I will say this, Mike. I don't know. You don't look like you're heavy or overweight, Mike, but it's really helped me losing 35 pounds. I will tell you that.
No, okay. I'm going to try it.
I was really, really up early this morning. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. My back was hurting me, and I had I'm always having nightmares every night.
I didn't have any nightmares. I was joining the CIA in my sleep
Hello,
last
you
night.
diver.
Thank you, sweetie.
Is your dreams black and white?
No, I'm one of the rare guys that dream in color.
Me
I know
too.
most men. They say most men dream in black and white, but my dreams are full Technicolor.
Yep. So is mine.
I dream in both. I color or black and white. So
Hi, Miss Paula Abrams. I'm sorry I didn't see you.
I never
Rocky
paid it
Mountain, Mr. Brad's here. Good evening, Brad.
I never paid it that much attention. I mean, quit living in the past, guys. That was last night.
actually, it was 10 minutes ago when I woke up and realized I was in a nightmare. Oh,
Well, I slept a few minutes ago, so I'm still.
What? Why do you do this every time I get on?
hi, Muddy.
Why? Everybody thinks I ignore you.
Because you are ignoring him when you're on the computer. They don't like it.
Oh, Plum. We need to send Rob's cats one of those sets of buttons.
Thanks. Where'd you go? Come here.
We call him our cat dog. I've never seen a cat that demands this much attention, just like a dog does.
Oh, come to my house. Except for
Wow,
about
this is a great crowd here tonight.
My cat could care less.
we just rehomed one that if he doesn't get attention, he'd go pee on your doors.
Well, guys, I started working on prizes today in between my PT thing. So I've got 11 done here, guys, and my goal tomorrow is to get at least another
Jesus, Pat.
dozen done tomorrow. So we plan on getting out at least 25 prizes, guys, tomorrow. And there's a lot of people in here right now that I owe prizes to. Tom Kingery, Scott, Captain Vic. I got Captain Vic's done today. I've got a lot of prizes going out tomorrow, guys.
You see that, Rob? Pat just came into a bunch of money.
Ooh, wait a minute. No, I'm building a race, so I didn't see the comments. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Julie. Hi, Ann, my muddy miss.
Bill,
Hub's
can I
out of town.
make
Dog is glued to me. Yeah, I know how that works, Ann.
What was that, Michael?
Bill, can I make a suggestion?
Oh, Pat, that's so bad. That is so
About
bad.
what?
Pat.
Could we have like a video night on the 23rd of November? It's a Sunday.
I don't do Sunday streams, so
I'm requesting because it's my birthday that day.
nice.
Mike,
But,
have your own stream.
yeah, have your own stream.
Oh,
Because I'll be
Nick. Nice,
Um,
Nick.
that's probably about the time I'll be moving. So I'm going to be off the air for a week or two.
You know,
Yeah,
Bill,
Bill, I'm really looking forward to that, Bill, because by the time you get down here, I may not be back to be able to detecting, but I know I can at least drive over and come see you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bill, you're the kind of roommates you hear other people's roommates talking about. They're like, yeah, I don't know what he does all day. He's just sitting in his room streaming all day long.
He's just there.
Florida,
We hear-
Scott.
We hear him talking through the walls. but
Send me
there's no-
Florida. Hi.
Oh man, Bill's gonna have a winter with no snow and no ice.
And being able to detect 365
Oh.
a year.
And no Tennesseans. I tell you, it's going to be awesome.
Well, you know, when I came home, guys, just as I got home, you guys were talking about you moving, Bill, and all the detecting the beaches down here. I've had several people because there's a couple channels been coming to Florida lately, and they apparently they've been hearing some really bad rolls. You do not need permits to detect any Florida beaches. You don't have to pay to detect any Florida beaches. The only two beaches you can't detect are Vero Beach, right in front of where the Disney Resort is, and that's where the Spanish fleet went down. I think in 1718, whatever, were 7 out of the 9 ships. That's all been sold by the government to one of the big treasure hunting companies. So they own from the waterline out to the deep water. You can do the beach, and you can do the low tide line and the sand up to the water's edge. So you can still do the beach for free. That's the only place you can't do the water.
That's so cool.
Thanks, Dick.
I like
Really
the
like
baby picture better. I'm much cuter as a baby. Okay. And the only other beach you can't do is St. Augustine Beach, because the whole town of St. Augustine basically is treated as a historical site.
Hi, Danny.
But besides that, guys, all the hundreds and massively hundreds of miles of Florida coastline, you can do it all. Bill's right. We even have parks here in our county that have lights on them that are open till 10 o'clock at night. And if the park's open till 10 o'clock, you can metal detect the park at night. My county also allows you to do the schools that have a blue sign on the front that they unlock the gates or the fence over the weekend and say, this county park's available. This school is available as a county park over the weekend. So you can do every school that's got that blue sign. You can do those school guys. Schools are a great place to get, well, not only just bling ring and bling jewelry, but every now and then I get some nice silver jewelry at schools, even middle schools. Most of your cities allow, not every, but most of your cities allow metal detecting, which includes your curb strips. Even the cities that don't allow metal detecting, you can do the curb strips. And most of the counties that don't allow metal detecting, if you get a good park employee or park guard that they know you're respectful and you'd fill in your holes and you're not getting in people's ways. We have one park in Tampa. Mystic knows what I'm talking about. We have one park in Tampa where the black lady who's the employee, she just drives over in a pickup truck, says, "How you guys doing?" We said, "Pretty good." And she says, "You know the deal, right?" I go, "Yes, ma'am. We make sure we cover up all our plugs and make sure we weren't even here." And she goes, "Thanks, boys." And she gets in her truck and leaves. And she could come over and be a real pain in the ass, but she's not. Whereas I have other parks where the guy would drive right up to me and go, you can't hunt here.
Oh, wow. None in Palm Bay, Florida at all, huh, Pat? Huh.
If I want to metal detect in the States, I have to go through the government.
To metal detect in the United States, you have to go through your government in Canada?
No, your government.
No, you don't. They
Yeah.
allow
Why would everybody care what nationality you are? Thank you, Danny.
Because when I went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I called Myrtle Beach, South Carolina town hall. They transferred me to the government, and I had to talk to
That was mistake number one, Mike. Never call anybody.
Yeah.
Because
you look online, check the laws.
It's in every government employee's. It's in their best interest to just say, if they don't know the answer, they just go, no, sorry, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can detect Myrtle Beach. Lots of people do. Just go down and detect it.
As a matter of fact, I can't speak for outside of Florida because I've only done a lake beach in Georgia. I've never done any waterfront beach in Georgia. I have done Ocean City, Maryland, and another beach in Maryland. And I know you don't need permits there. And I know I didn't need a permit in Georgia. And I was on federal land in Georgia, and they said, nope, you can, as long as it's public area that the public's invited on in the park. But I don't know any state that charges. Now I say that, but Higgles up there in B. Higgles' video on Monday Digs last night, they were doing a state park that after whatever is it, Memorial Day, Labor Day, whatever comes at the end of summer. Once they have Labor Day or Memorial Day, they allow you to hunt, and the lake and the park drains up every year depending on their, the river or the water. So him and a bunch of other detectives were out their first day of the new season, and I guess it's normally $7 to park there, and they even waived the fee. And I guess there was like 6 or 7 of them doing this dry lake bed in this park where people go party at this lake. And Hagel's got a gold ring. Another guy found a guy's 1957 class ring that was gold, and another guy got a gold ring. And they were just, when that's only opened up once a year. I mean, guys, it's like having your depositors refill it every year. It's just awesome. And that's the one thing I'm looking forward to, guys. Not being able to detect for over a year. I'm going to go back to every park. I'm going back to every school. I'm going back to every lake, swimming hole, little beach. I'm going to every place that I haven't been to in over a year. And it's, I'm going to have, there's only four detectorists in my entire county.
Well,
And, Dalton just had his little baby boy, and Dalton's not detecting much. He did tell me he got out the other day and got a couple old things. So that's great. And then our girl, Alex, her and her husband moved 2 hours north of us. And then the other guy, since his grandfather died, he hasn't detected much. I am going to reach out to him once I get back up. I'd like to. Him and I have never hunted. He's a big popular channel here on the west coast of Florida, and I'm going to get together with him and because he doesn't have a car, and see if he wants to go to Clearwater Beach. And so that's it. That's only 4 people that I know here in Pasco.
Well, the previous time that I was in Myrtle Beach, not the before, but way before, we went down and I found a military statue, a silver military statue that was like that big. And it was right in front of our hotel door. So my mom came out and looked at it and she's like, bring it in. So I brought it in and I reported it. Like, I reported it to the front desk and they're like, okay. So I was like, what can I do with it? And they're like, just give it to us and we'll like figure out something. So I gave it to them because you can't bring anything that is war material in Canada. So I had to leave
something historical like that, you're always going to turn in, Mike.
Yeah.
Like when I drove Denise's parents up to Ohio one year, she couldn't take them because she had to work. So I drove her parents up to, when they were getting too old to drive, I drove her parents up to Ohio. And then her uncle took me out metal detecting to a park in his county. And we checked with the park ranger. Can't dig any holes. You could only go for what's on the surface. You couldn't even use a screwdriver. You could only go for surface finds. And then like on the wood chips, like you could move your foot and stuff to do the wood chips. But then anything you found, you had to turn into him. So every piece of change, every piece of jewelry or ring, you're supposed to turn it in. I said, no, let's go. We're going somewhere else. Why should I detect 3, 4, 5 hours out here, work my butt off, finding a couple nice pieces of jewelry, have fun. And then I just hand up to some park ranger who, to be quite honest with you, probably would never turn the shit in. It would just go right into his pocket.
Yep. Yeah. They did the same thing at our fairgrounds back home when I first went out there. Can I check? Yeah. Can't use a shovel. Can use a hand digger. And you can keep everything except jewelry. You got to turn that into the officer. Of course, the manager was a woman and all the other office workers were women. They wanted the jewelry. So I never found any jewelry.
We've had cases down here in Florida where people have donated really nice items to Goodwill or Salvation Army or a thrift store, and they've gone in there weeks later or a month later and seen an employee wearing one of the items they donated, or they've seen it on like an eBay page and it turns out it's one of the employees selling it, and that's not like an isolated incident.
Marty.
Oh, Bill, Scott McClory asked you a question there. I don't know if you saw it. Where are you moving to?
I already answered him about 10 minutes ago.
Wow, Captain Vic's as bad as Park Rat Pat here. Scott McClory says, let me know what you think of Florida after Sir Summer. Yeah, Scott, it's going to be a real adjustment for him. Hey guys, and since Miss Danny
I will.
Dizzle's in the room tonight, I want to give a big congrats to Danny Dizzle. She is in Shane's football poll, the CBS Sports football poll, where you just pick the winner or loser every Sunday on the football schedule. And Miss Danny D is in second place, right behind Mr. Rob by only 2 games. She said her big brother's helping her out. But Danny, I sent her a Facebook message today. You go, girl. Danny is kicking ass. Way to go, Danny.
Yeah, way to go, Danny.
Ah, there you go. Greg says north of St. Augustine Beach you can hunt. Yeah, see, Greg, I've never been that far. That is like way up in the far corner, Greg. I've actually never. I've only been to St. Augustine, Greg. I've been living here 50 years in Florida. I've only been to St. Augustine once.
So,
Oh,
Rob-
detecting.
sorry, Bill.
Ah, I did not know that either, Angie. Ah, Parkrat says no metal detecting in Palm Bay, Florida at all.
I was going to ask, Rob, where are you at?
I'm on the West Coast, Mike, about 25 miles north of Clearwater Beach, just north of a little town called Tarpon Springs,
Oh,
where the old classic Greek sponge docks are. I'm right on U.S. Highway 19, which is the main north-south highway. So I'm about 2 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. But yeah, it takes me about 35 minutes to get to Clearwater Beach. So, but a lot of people say, well, how often do you get to detect with Charlie? Guys, the state of Florida is big. I'm in the middle of the west coast of Florida, and Charlie's up in the Panhandle. Charlie's 8.5 hours from me. And it's like, so Charlie's 8.5 hours from me, and yet it's another 8.5 hours, 9 hours for me to get to Key West. So if Charlie were to go to Key West, it would take him 17 hours of driving to get to Key West. That's how big the state of Florida is.
Yeah, but it's pretty narrow, huh?
It is narrow, Bill. I can get from my side of the state. I could leave here at 9, and I could be on the beach at Daytona Beach by around noon.
Well,
yeah,
I'm looking.
It only takes 3 hours to go straight across.
Well, I was just looking. I was wondering because I typed in where I'll be living, and it's 41 miles to the Atlantic Ocean or 67 miles to the Gulf of Mexico.
I told you, Bill. You're going to be almost dead center, buddy. You're going to have opportunities all around you, Bill.
Okay, I forgot to ask where Kissimmee is that close to the Treasure Coast, or is that further north or further south from it?
No, the Treasure Coast would be directly east of you.
So in other words, I can go there, and I got to make sure I stay out of the ocean if I go to check that beach and off to.
Yes, because you got the Space Coast, which is where Kennedy Space Center is, and SpaceX and the other one, UAL, United Launch. All those three are around the whole Kennedy Space Center. And then basically as you drive down A1A highway, you leave the Space Coast and it turns in. Pat can correct me on this because he knows it probably better than me. I can't remember if it turns into the Nature Coast first or the Treasure Coast.
Yeah. But anyways, you can do
you get below the Treasure Coast and then you get down towards like Fort Myers and North Miami Beach.
What I remember from the Treasure Coast is you can do the dry beach, but you can't do it below the wet line or in the ocean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember doing that beach with my brand new 705. So I didn't have a water machine, so it didn't bother me knowing I couldn't do the water. So, and to be honest with you, those aren't beaches that are super populated for tourism. So I mean, that weekend, the first time I ever went over to Disney with my 705 metal detector, I don't think I got more than 4, 5, 6 coins. I mean, it wasn't, I mean, you watch anything. I mean, look, Randy Riddle, Riddles was on Clearwater Beach the last 2-3 days. Him and his family went there, and he had some beautiful videos. And the first day he didn't get any jewelry, but I mean he got tons of fines and coins and bottle caps. And I dig Daytona and a couple other guys on Daytona Beach, and there are days that Brian struggles to put a video together after being out there for 3-4 hours. He struggles to get 6 or 8 targets.
Wow.
And that just don't happen on Clearwater Beach. I mean, there's just hundreds to thousands of people. Clearwater Beach is just massive.
I could come down and see you, Bob and Rob.
Hey, Mikey, you come to Clearwater Beach after I'm healed up, buddy. Be happy to come down to see you.
Anyways, let's do a race, Rob. We're
All
going to
right,
do one of
almost got that while we're sitting here, Bill. Almost got that done. Oh yeah, Greg, the baklava, absolutely. There's just no better baklava than down at
That's
Hellas
right.
Bakery. Absolutely, Greg. And I will tell you, Greg, you and your wife get down here. Denise and I will definitely meet you down there at Hellas, and we'll go have a nice Greek dinner with you.
Titusville and Cocoa Beach, Space Coast World. Oh, cool.
Hey, good evening, Bill. Digging SoCal.
Hi, Bill and
Evening,
Christine.
evening, Carrie.
I think I already said hello, but just want to make sure I did.
Let me get these few people in here, Bill. I've almost got it done.
Is there local hotels around where you are?
Oh yeah, there's
Florida's full of hotels, Michael. I mean,
yeah.
it's a-
I mean, this is
a
a
tourist
tourist state, Mike. We have a lot of mom and pop hotels, but we also have a lot of your chain hotels are building like the boutique hotels where they're like 4 or 5 stories, as opposed to like 25, 30 stories like on the beach. Like you'll get like a
cool, Mystic.
I'd heard the hotels. I'd heard the hotels down there were kind of weird because they had like dudes running around in their boxers and.
Well, yeah, and locking themselves out of the room. Absolutely, Jack.
Wearing women's underwear. Yeah.
Yeah,
all that.
wearing women's underwear.
It's horrible.
I can't verify that because I did not see that, so I cannot verify it.
But the rumor's pretty close, huh?
It can't be verified, but we know the suspects.
Yeah. That's
Evening,
it.
Shop.
It's their MO, their modus operandi.
Oh, How River History's here. Hello, Shane.
Thanks. Come over and say hi to everybody. Thanks.
How long would it take from where I am to where you are, Rob?
Walking?
Where you at in Canada, Mike?
And don't stay in your room. We know that.
Mike, what city you in?
Hi, Shane.
Mike, what city you in Canada?
Oh, Stainer, Ontario.
All right, give me a big city, something I've heard of. Oh, Ontario. Okay, that's what you just said. All right, you are a 20 to 24 hour drive requiring at least one stop. You could come down to either Tampa Airport or St. Pete Clearwater Airport. But yeah, it says 20 to 24 hours. It doesn't. I just did a quick look up. It didn't say how many actual miles it is.
Okay.
It is 1,240 miles, sir.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You can jog that in a day, Mike.
Yeah. You just hop on your bike and be here tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. That'll take us a couple days to get there.
Use Uber. It'd be cheap.
Yeah. Uber just you just have to sell a kidney or something.
Rocky Fry. That's about the same time I was in Florida. It was 72 or 73.
Oh my gosh, we've changed so much. Hey, good evening, Detecting with Jim. This state's changed so much in the 70s, it's not even funny.
I mean, Florida wasn't much more than a distribution hub in the 70s, was it?
Pretty much. Zach, how
Pretty
long you been in California your whole life, Zach?
Yeah. I've driven across country. North Carolina was cool.
I love driving. If you needed to hire me to drive all across the country, I would drive all across the country. That trip I took to U-Haul with Denise's mom, Denise's customer's mom, and she wanted to move back to Missouri from St. Pete, and they flew her back, but they needed to get all her furniture back. And Denise goes, "Oh, Rob will do it." She goes, "Are you serious? Who the hell would want to do that?" She goes, "Oh man, Rob would relish a chance to drive a U-Haul cross country." And god dang, that was one of the funnest trips I ever took.
What did it look like when you got there?
Do what?
What did it look like when you got there?
We can't make any public comments about that.
I'm imagining a Buford T. Justice type of thing going on there.
Let's just say, Zach, officially here on StreamYard, that the U-Haul passed inspection, and we're going to leave it at that, okay?
The one drive I was going to do, never did, was Route 66.
Denise and I did part of that going out to the Grand Canyon, Bill, but that was before I metal detected, and I want to go metal detect along Route 66.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've done parts of it, but I want to do the whole Route 66.
Oh, like from Chicago to the ocean?
Yeah.
That would be awesome, Bill.
I know the California part really sucks now because most of the places are closed down and you can't get in to see them or nothing, but there's a lot of them are still there, so. But yeah,
Denise and I ate at the Roadkill Cafe somewhere out there, I think in New Mexico or Montana, wherever the hell we were.
They are coming out with an electric bike, believe me, or they're going to. We know that. They came out with an electric quad a few years back. Wish they'd make that again.
I think that flopped, didn't it?
They made it for kids and it went over well, but it was a one-off deal for some reason.
No.
And because they were also going to do ones for adults and just never did it. Damn thing do like 70 miles an hour. It was great.
Bill, did you used to have a scooter at one time?
I still do.
Oh, okay. All right, how many people we got here right now?
46.
Wow, this is scary. I got 46 people in the race.
Really missing. Another one I'd always wanted to do, and only did part of it, was Highway 101, California, top to bottom.
I've done about half of it.
Have you? Yeah,
I went from LA to San Luis.
I did from like Fort Bragg to Marin County is what I did. That was nice.
That's one city I would not want to get caught in after dark.
What city's that?
St. Louis.
Oh. Okay. Be better in Oakland, California, believe me.
That's not a place I'd want to get caught either, Bill.
Or South Sac, parts of Los Angeles.
I'll be honest with you, Bill. I mean, I vacationed in California 33, 34 years ago. Absolutely beautiful. Had a great time in San Fran. Did all the tourist stuff. Absolutely loved it. But I hear it's changed significantly in 30 years.
Oh, it has. You don't want to go near San Francisco anymore. You just don't.
And that's such a shame.
Yeah.
They ruined a beautiful city.
Yeah, it was. Now it's one big pigsty.
Alrighty, guys. Oh, hey, Mr. Yodi. Let's get Mr. Yodi in there.
Sorry, Yodi. I mean, South Sac and Stockton. Come on. And every time I down there, 45 under the seats. Yeah, I know. There's two spots actually, Scott, where it does it. One way and one another. Two different towns. One doesn't work right because they got the grooves in the wrong spot. The other one what song it plays.
Alrighty, guys, I got the race done.
Okay, and in the 80s, it was still okay. It was like late 80s and early 90s, it really started going to hell, Bill. All the homeless and I mean,
Well, you
All right,
had
Bill, what do you want to make this one for, Bill? I will do a rosy dime for DAL.
okay, you'll do a rosy dime for DAL, and I will do a. Somebody will get a their choice of one of the keychain brain rot figures. So. And that's U.S. only, people. Sorry, I will figure out something for those in Canada.
Yeah, if they live in Canada, we'll send them a silver dime.
Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty, guys. For Bill for brain rot keychain for first, and DAL Angie's Place for DAL. Shuffle characters one more time, and 3, 2, 1, and go, folks.
Oh, thank you, Rocky Fry. Hey,
Wow, Nick, I had no idea it was that big. Wow.
oh, Canada's everything is huge in Canada. I mean,
Yep, Mystic, exactly. He'll be close to Titusville and Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach is another pretty place, too.
what is in Canada? The cross country train is one of the longest in the world, from coast to coast.
Mystic, have you ever seen a SpaceX launch? I'd love to go over and do that, Mystic. You ever up for a weekend road trip, Mystic? Let me know, buddy.
Well, Yodi, did you love going to the park in the late '90s and early 2000s and seeing all the needles and crap in the park?
Mr. Shea, Ohio River History. I can actually see him here tonight.
Trans Canada Highway. What's under? Yeah, Nick.
Rob, you're so far behind sometimes it's not even fun. It's like talking to your grandma.
When I'm building a race, Zax, I it just goes right on by me.
We said hello to him, and I think you might have
Oh.
too.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
doubt
did.
that.
Hi, Rob Weigold.
All right, guys, here comes BNS Odyssey. Boom, Miss Beth at the last second.
Nice, Beth.
Nice, Beth.
You still here, Beth?
Yeah, Sanford's a small airport, Angie. Oh, Danny's going to the Mickey's Halloween party. Oh, Danny, those are.
Didn't I just send you
wonderful.
something, Beth?
I loved working every Mickey's party that I was assigned to, Danny. They are just wonderful
I
parties.
think they did. Yeah, Beth just won the teacup one the other day. Which one do you want now, Beth? Beth is here. She answered, so
All righty.
it's not letting me. No, I don't want removed. Let me click the damn thing. There we go. Yes. Okay, Beth, you want the coffee cup, the frog. You got the teacup. You want the teapot to go with it? Or okay, let me know what you want, Beth. I got
Oh, Miss Paula Abrams. Boom. Yeah, that's
so you don't
amazing.
need, I got your address, Beth. So just let me know which one you want, or did you want me to surprise you?
Scott, I'd like to do that sometime.
Frog. This guy. That's the one you want? Or wait a minute, I think I got one other one. Two different frogs. White leg or pink leg frog? Beth, let me know.
Mickey's Christmas party is wonderful too, Danny. You'll just be smiling ear to ear all night on both of them, Danny. And Miss Paula says she's here
Either.
for
Okay.
overtime. Fantastic, Miss Paula. I don't think I've mailed you a prize lately. That's awesome.
Hey, I was in 5th place.
You were next to last, Michael. Paula wasn't here. You'd have won that, sir.
Yep, I did.
All right, let me add a couple people that I didn't see before. Well, I know there's one name. I saw somebody sub to you the other night. So I know there's one name I need to add. We need to add for you for a race for next week for your members race.
Okay.
Yep. Congrats, Paula. Congrats, Beth.
Congrats, Paul and Beth. Excellent.
Yeah, I think now that I got Shane in, I think we got everybody in. Oh, Mr. John Chum, good evening.
Hello, John Chum. How you doing?
Paula, that is something I can do, Paula. I can sit in this chair and write out. That's what I will be doing all day tomorrow, Miss Paula. So it should go out tomorrow, Miss Paula. John Chum, good evening. Wrenches, good evening, sir.
Hi, Rich.
Oh, John Chum.
Well, good night, guys.
Later, Mike.
Good night,
All right.
Michael.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
All right, I've got everything caught up for the races. Yeah, Bill, when you first started talking about this move, Bill, I didn't know how real this was or if it was a possibility or what it was, but I'm getting excited, Bill.
I know. Everything's getting finalized. It's a go.
So it's just you leaving, right? You're all the not all
No.
your roommates.
Whole family.
Everybody who's there with you is just going to Florida.
Yep.
Yep, his son-in-law just retired, Zach, and they're moving to Florida. And that's what old people do, Zach. It's almost required.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, at least he's not moving to top of the world. That's literally the old person built community.
Moving on up. Oh. Hi, David Alfonsi. Alfonsetti, excuse me.
I used to like that show.
But Danny, I'm so excited you're coming down for Mickey's Very Mickey Halloween. I spent about a year and a half.
You're
I spent
right,
about
Mary.
a year and a half, maybe 2 years working. Yeah, maybe 2.5 years working at Magic Kingdom, and in a walking position in the parks, and I was assigned Main Street, and I got to watch the Headless Horseman come over the bridge. I got to watch the Halloween parade. Yeah, my favorite nights to work 3 to 11 was the nights of the Mickey's party. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Greg. You're not a snowflake, Greg. You're a snowbird. A snowflake is, I believe, politically a whole nother different thing there, Greg. Oh, yeah, Danny. Tons of candy, too. We call that being seasoned.
Seasoned. Yeah, I saw that.
Wow, this is great. I mean, Danny's coming to visit the state. Randy Riddle was just here. I can't remember if it's 5 Mile or somebody else that's coming down real soon. Angie's going to be back, next month, Angie? There you go, Angie.
Wait, Angie, you're going back to Florida? Could you wait till you sign the paperwork so the property values don't drop?
Ouch.
That's Charlie told me to say that.
Angie's been in Florida every year for as long
Yeah,
as
I
I've known her.
Well, Denise has 1, 2, 3, 4. Denise has five neighbors between our two streets. Her street obviously is Fruitwood Loop, and then the street next to us is Orangewood Loop. And out of Fruitwood and Orangewood, we have 5 neighbors that are snowbirds, either Michigan or Ohio. And we used to take care of all 5 of their houses and property, but we only take care of 3 of their houses now.
So in your little block, it's just Fruitwood, Orangewood, and Morningwood.
No, Morningwood's just me, Zach.
No sound effects on Bill's show.
Wait.
OMG, says Bill. Yeah, there you go.
I can't believe Denise actually found that for me.
J. Paul, ooh.
Ew. Yeah, same with Mr. Mystic said, oh my God, too much info. Yeah, you know, and Zach, here's another story I never got told. When I was in junior college, when I was in community college, going to Paso Fernando Community College, I went over for the first shuttle launch, and we took me and I think 2 or 3 other guys, and I had a Jeep 4x4 truck with a little camper on the top, and we piled that with about as much alcohol as we could afford, which was several cases, and we drove over to the Space Coast, which I said like is 3 hours. And I thought we would just pull up right to one of the beaches, like with like a park outside of it. We would just park on some parky roadside piece of the road and just watch the shuttle. 5 miles from the coast, Zach, there were people camping in the median of the highway with campfires going, and that's where it started. And as we got closer to the coast, I had never seen that many tens of thousands of every motorhome and bus and van and camper truck that you could imagine. We wind up having to go like 10 miles north just to find a place to park the truck. And we stayed there 3 days waiting for the shuttle to go off, the very first ever shuttle launch, 80, 81, 82, whatever that was. And it wound up getting postponed. And so we stayed like the 3 days till we ran out of money and beer, and they postponed it to like a week later, and we obviously couldn't get back over there. But I did go over for the very first shuttle launch, but we never got to see it.
I don't get what the big deal is for watching them.
Well, the very first shuttle was that first shuttle was huge. I mean, and then I don't want to say SpaceX makes it common because you don't want anything to go wrong, but I mean, they've had over 200 launches with the Falcon 9 now. They literally send one up every other day, whether it's with Starlink satellites or missions to restock the International Space Station.
Good night, Ranch.
Yeah, but I don't understand why it's a big deal. I could get with the 60s why it would be a big deal. That's a major thing. But you're talking 80s, 90s. What's the big deal? They're shooting something into space. That's it.
In the 80s and 90s, that was even a bigger deal because not everyone worked. Have a good night, Wrench. Thank you, sir. My meds are kicking in, but I'm not doing too bad.
Oh, so it was like NASCAR. You were just hoping you were waiting to see if this one wrecked.
Well, there were several people, I'm sure, that went over there for that. I mean, I'm really glad that I wasn't there. I don't think I would have wanted to see the 2 shuttles that went off, that blew up. I don't think I would have wanted to seen them in person. They were bad enough watching them on TV.
I mean, it wouldn't bother me none, but I just don't get the big point of watching them.
Ouch, 5 Mile.
It would be unfortunate, obviously, but
take care, Pat. Have a good night. There you go, Greg. I'll tell you something. When Denise and I and her parents did that cross-country motorhome trip, 29 states or whatever it was, That motorhome was just fantastic, Greg. I appreciate that, Nick. Absolutely, Mary. Oh, there you go, Marty. Yeah, I'd like to go over. I'd like to go over and see a launch.
Run a
And I
race,
told
Rob.
Bill,
I'll
I
give
told
out
Bill I'd come over, pick him up, and
price.
I'll go stay at mine at Disney's Disney Resort. Where we belong to the belong to the Disney timeshare. Oh my God, DVC, Disney Vacation Club.
Run a race,
So-
Rob. I'll give away my usual price.
You want to do a display case, Zach?
Or a copper round or a Richie book, whatever the winner's
All right,
choice.
and I'll do another silver dime for DAL.
AU Diver says they watched the rockets go off from a jump plane. I don't even know how they would allow that.
Well, if you're far enough away, but that's cool as hell. Okay, guys, we're gonna run another race here. Dual winners. Mr. Zach's putting up his usual 3 display case copper round. Or is it the book, or were you doing something else, Zach?
Display case, copper rounder book.
There you go. Alrighty, guys, we've added the 2 people that came in. Shuffle
We got
once.
55 in the house, Rob.
I know, and we've got like 58.
So
in
you
the
know
ring.
what? I'll do another brain rot keychain for say number 30.
It's number 30. There we go, guys. Triple winners. Alrighty, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that. Triple winners. Little guys, Bill. That's why I use them. And Danny Dizzle's out there with the little aviator glasses holding a toy airplane.
Too early.
Here comes Miss Beth with her ball and bat. Old Palone is, well, pretty weird looking. Michael Farley is a little weird looking.
Oh, Rob, what are you digging on Palone for? He's usually nice to you.
Yeah.
His little guy is really weird looking.
You've seen his little guy? What the hell
Yeah.
kind of show are we on here?
Oh,
That was Silver Wishes.
Gregory Gibson just faded way back. Alrighty, guys, 15 seconds. Pat Parkrat's fading. Here comes Richie, Madison, Maine. Here comes Tom Kingery. Can he hold it? Here comes old Danny Boy, who I think left. Back break. No, Tom Kingery hangs on. Damn, Tom.
Very nice, Tom.
Nice silver
Tom.
wish.
Tom, you got your choices of the small display case, the copper round, or Madison, Maine, Richie's book.
Tom, email me.
Tom says, heck yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw him answer. Email me. We'll get you set up.
All righty, let's go down to 30th here for Bill's offering another brain rot keychain for 30th, and we got Mr. David Alfonsetti.
David, you still here?
Evening, Silver Wishes.
I think David's here.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Rob Weigold, if NASA, yeah, I can't see NASA getting their shit together to get to the moon by next year.
What's the point in going there?
Alrighty, where's
I haven't
Mr.
seen David.
David at?
David,
David.
Alphonse, are you here? David's here.
All
Boom.
right. Okay, David, here's my.
Alrighty, guys, let's go down to DAL for Rob's silver dime while David's deciding which one he wants. Look at that.
Yeah, which one do you
Paul's
want?
going to save me on shipping.
You want a shark? Oops. Wrong way. Got shark. Killer whale. What else we got? Teacup. Oh. The bat guy. Or do you just want me to surprise you?
Nice, Paul.
Miss Paula, give me a hey.
Paul is here.
Boom. She's going to get a double silver dime from Rob.
Very nice. David
Shark.
says a
Sure. Okay. Got the shark, David.
Oh,
And
this is
email me with your address. Got the shark with the Nike shoes.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Chop Shop. Yeah, I think, guys, for you folks, Bill and I had a great crowd last night, Monday night for the coin.
Yeah.
Sorry we had an absolute total dud box, but we're either going to do quarters or nickels next week. And as you
Yep.
guys know, that one nickel box that Bill
Got
and
it,
I
Tom.
did, we got 4 silvers, which is like Marty territory. But we got 4 silvers and Buffalo out of that last box, and I think a proof also. But yeah, that was a great box. So, and Bill and I have pulled a silver quarter this year, my very first one ever.
Yep.
And we've gotten a couple West Points and a couple of proofs. So the quarter boxes have paid off too. Oh, and Bill, I got email today from an online company that would like to do a sponsorship, and they would like to send me a coin scope.
Nice.
You'll finally get one.
Awesome.
So, I think I'm going to do that.
Heck yeah.
Hey
You
guys,
still
I'm
don't have a coin scope, right, Rob?
do what?
You still have never gotten your hands on a coin scope, right?
Nope, I've got Charlie's back here. I've got to get it hooked up, Zach. It's right
Oh.
where my finger is, Zach. It is right there in that box over my shoulder.
Well, that'll give you a good
I've
comparison.
I've got to clear this desk off, Zach, and make room to put this coin scope up. So when
Oh,
we do
nice,
something
Marty.
like dimes or pennies.
Thank you, Carrie. Marty got a trifecta last week, Rob.
Good deal, Paula. Yeah, Nick, a couple people said they didn't get notified, but we Bill and I try and be on every Monday around 10 after 10.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie, we had so much fun talking about food last night, Carrie. Yeah, that's a great trifecta, Marty. Yeah, I only wish I could nickel hunt as good as Mr. Marty Verstal.
But folks, it's the bewitching hour.
Well, guys,
Oh.
I actually didn't get my daily Rob's on a lot of drugs nap today. So I think I'm actually not going to be up till 4 a.m. on the computer, Zach.
Oh, no chess then, huh?
I don't know. I've told you, Zach, I haven't played yet. I could play a little. I could. You gonna log on tonight, Zach?
What, do you want to play?
Yeah, I'll go log on.
Give me about 15 minutes. I'll get on there. I'll challenge
There
you.
you go.
All right, sounds good. All right, everybody.
Everybody, good night.
Have a great
Thank
night.
you all for being here.
Paula and Beth and Tom K and David Alfonsetti. Congratulations.